Well, I stopped by 3 different banks to get some penny boxes. This one here is circulated, this one here is circulated, this one's uncirculated. So we do have a hunt. Welcome back to the Let's Look Brad channel. So we do have a penny hunt today. Now I did pick up 3 boxes, and these 3 boxes are actually from downtown Denver, quite a ways from my house, and I haven't been downtown Denver to my banks that I do business there. And they had penny boxes. I was able to get one at each bank. So crossing fingers, we're able to get quite a few more wheat cents out of the downtown area, possibly. There's a lot of collectors in downtown, a lot of people who look for coin roll hunting, so forth, so on. So anyhow, I did get 3 boxes. This box here and this box here are definitely circulated, but this box here is an uncirculated. A little tougher to see, but it is a lot of brand new ones, all brand new ones in there. But I'll probably take a gander through a few of those rolls in there to see if we can get anything at all. And as per mentioned, I am going to be doing the fill. I'm trying to get the Lincoln Cent album here filled. Got quite a few spaces actually in the teens, 20s, and 30s through here. So we do got a lot of coins we can definitely peel in here, which be nice to see if we get some more. So I'm gonna set this off here to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and start on this first box here. I did pop it as per mentioned to make sure that we did have circulated coins. We do got quite a few coppers on top there, but cross the fingers we get like I say, some more wheat cents. I'd like to see a lot more, but yet again, I haven't hunted downtown. There's been the bank nearest me that I usually rotate. They do the vault, so they rotate the coins over and over again. So I'll probably see pennies in that vault quite often. So anyhow, let me go ahead and jump into this box here, and I will bring you in for our first find. Knocked out 12 rolls so far in this first box here. Got quite a few of the variety years set up here. So these are going to be anything from the 92 Ds, the 92 Philadelphias, the 84 for the doubled ear, the 60 for the D over D, 1997 Philadelphia, so forth, so on. So a lot of them right here sitting up here, and I usually just stack them up to give y'all pretty much an overlook of what I'm setting up to look for. Then too, I also picked out 3 wheat cents that we got in there. Nice to find some wheat cents, but pretty crusty. He's got a 48D there, a 51D, and a 52S. Which I'm not for sure on the 52S. Definitely need to check the album for that here a little later. But then also got 3 of the 2009 Denvers there also. So definitely going to hold those out to see how many we have. But I'm going to go ahead and run through all the varieties here to get them off of the mat. I just wanted to bring y'all in for this. But every handful of finds that we have for either wheat cents or something that I can see with my own eyes, I'll bring you right back in. But just to let you know, I'll probably have 4 or 5 of these stacked up, the variety year stacked up per box. So it's nice for me to have that many varieties, and especially whenever I'm watching videos of other folks on TikTok and YouTube here, to honestly get the additional varieties that I don't know about. So anyhow, let me go ahead and run through the varieties. If I get anything out of these, I'll jump back in and let y'all know. All right, well, I did, another 10 more rolls looks like, so we got 22 in. I did have some more varieties here. I'm going through them right now. I did set off aside a really nice 1967. Got something to look at on there. I still have one more coin for the variety years. We did get a 44 and a 45. We definitely need to get that 1943 as always. And then a 1956. And the 1943, I was just joking for sure. But I do have a 1972 here, and man, I love the toning on this thing. Just the sheen, just that purples and the blues in there. And on the reverse, it's a little bit like it's almost milk marks on there where it's dotted. But it's taking a gander as always. You want to make sure to look at the 1972, either Philadelphia or the Denver, for all the doubling that you can see. And In God We Trust and Liberty, and then the date also. This one doesn't present very much on there. As normal, you'll always see, let me click this in one time. As normal, you'll always see notching that's right here up on top of the D. I see that in a lot of them. You'll see what looks like some machine doubling kind of. You'll have the N stamped on top of a molded around N on the bottom. It almost looks like it's die deteriorating. Let me scroll over here some. The E will sometimes have a little notch back here on the E. You can see the W is actually notched on the top of the W. It's a little worn in. It's definitely, it's got this wear, circulation wear. The U is notched on top here also. You can see some of the R are in the inside. The T's notched out here. This T's notched on the corner here, you can see. So it's possible that this could be a, you know, one of the DDOs on there. You see the 2 would really have a notching here, and see actually on the inside of the 2 here some more notching there. So possibly have a nice DDO on there. I'd have to look it up, but this honestly isn't what caught my eye. Even on the I over here, you see the I there. The B would probably be pretty bold too. It's notched on top of the L. So pretty sure we do have ourselves a nice DDO on this. But whenever I turn it over on the reverse, I always check on both sides of them. Make sure I check everything around, all the lettering that's on here, to see if there's any more notching, anything going on. And as you see, it's in pretty decent shape. It's got some awkward toning to it. That I'm not for sure what color that is. But as I was scrolling through, was looking at the FG, looking at the cents, see if there's the head of the Lincoln that was down here or something. Didn't see that. Scrolled up here, and then when I turned it, look at the Y. See the Y? Liberty. We've got a die clash. There's the Y as plain as day right there. We got a really nice die clash on this 1972. Really bold pillar there, really bold pillar. That's awesome. It's not much for steps on there. You can still see some. It's pretty flattened out, but that's definitely a die clash. You can see some of the clashing that's up here off of the top side of the pillar, or top side of the roof there. But yeah, that's interesting. That was pretty cool. That's definitely a standout Y. You know, Liberty's going to be backwards on there. So anyhow, that's a good find. 1972, like I say, possible a DDO, but definitely for that Y that's on there. Then it's 1967. Like I said, it's in decent condition for a 67 on there, and it's probably die deterioration, as some folks say right here along the lip line. You see it coming along the lips coming out. 67 itself, little bit of damage right here, but almost looks like it's got abrasion marks come across the front and the back side of Liberty. Now, what caught me was actually when you come same location. See right here? I'm not for sure what that is. Almost looks like a nose, but you know, the Y would be sitting right here as always, but I don't know if that's a die clash. I guess it could be. So if you flip it over, it'd be like his neckline area, and then his head would poke out down here. But looks like a die clash to me also in the 67. So I just wanted to hold it off to the side. Yep, pretty cool find so far. Let's continue on the box. Okay, working through some more of the variety coins here. I have 2 more sitting right here. It's going to be a 61 Philadelphia and then a 64 Denver. Now, the 61 Philadelphia is really nice shape. It's got a really nice sheen on it. Pretty nice. So anyhow, I did set it off to the side. It's pretty nice find. But this 64, it's got something interesting on it. I'm not for sure. It could be a clash. It could be a clash. Look at that. So if you see that right there, put some shade on it. It's not supposed to be there. The reason why I say that is right there in the neck also coming through, and then right there. So if I move this one over just to put the 61 in place, because it's pretty close to the years, it's not there. Not to the neckline, so it's not there. So I'm not for sure what that is going on. But saying that, whenever I flipped it over and checked that, that's a huge crack. Looks like a die break going all the way across to the other rim. And it looks like it's the width of the penny itself also, but it's a huge, I don't know what that is. Looks like a die break. I know it's not a crack, but it's all the way into the coin. All the way across it, you can definitely see it. It's like railroad tracks, as you would say if you found one on a Morgan dollar, but that's interesting. It's probably, like I say, it's probably the width of the penny also going through there. So that's pretty interesting. You can definitely see it there on it. But that's a nice 1964 D. We're going to hold off to the side with that 61 for the find so far. We've got 8 rolls, I think. There's 7 rolls left in the box there. I do have some more stacked up here, but I bring you in for this 2023 wheat cent. This thing is ugly, but it's mint air ugly. I'm actually quite surprised the way it looks, but look at this. Just look at all the... I'm not for sure what it is, honestly. I don't know. If anybody out there knows, let me know. But it's just blotched. Like it wasn't fully... All the metal wasn't fully there in the field. Does not post damage, just a little piece of paper or something like that. But it turned it over. Look at the shield. Look at all the shield around the edge. Around America. What is this? Look at that. That's crazy. You never know if you don't search, for sure. Anybody knows what this is, please let me know. Like I say, it's just not... It's just a lot of damage on there. I mean, honestly, it's just, like I say, mint damage for sure. Turn it over a little bit and show you the side angle. But kind of crazy. Turn it back over to the obverse. Look at it one more time real quick. Like in the inside of the eyes there, it's almost just like cut up an extra eye or something like that on top up here. See, it's a blot of metal. It's another little, what would be an eye or something like that there. The neckline, you can see it's all the additional metal carved out of it. It's more in the chin there. I am not for sure what this is at all. So somebody comment, please, just to let me know if y'all know offhand. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty cool. 2023, brand spanking new. Nice. First box is down, and it was actually a really good box. I haven't found as many wheat cents in a long time. Like I say, usually this is a normal for 2 boxes here, but we did find one more wheat cent, was at 44 Philadelphia there. Like I say, we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 so far, so that's pretty good out of one box. These are going to be all the 2009 Denvers that are stacked up across here. We do get one Philly that I could check here in a little bit for the double finger. Got a couple of Canadians, and then that one yellow coin. That's a 2020 Denver. It's like a yellowish coloration, but you see the rims all yellowed. It's got to be some kind of mint set or something like that. You can see the coppering coming through the bottom there of the shield, but not sure why it's yellow. Yeah, not for sure, but gonna hold off onto it for an oddity. We did pull, as I say, we had that possible DDO with that nice little die clash on the back here. That 67, which had that extra tie. Not for sure what's going on there, but like I said, that's pretty interesting. Kept a 64, that nicer 61 there, and then this 81 here would be, it's a little bit of wood grain on there. You can see the wood grain that's coming across there, so that's pretty cool. It's actually on the reverse a little better there, so a little bit of wood grain on there. I don't usually hold these too terribly much. If they're really deeper ones, I will. And then too, we got the 1970D and that 2023. And I'll show you here in a second what we've got on everything total at the end of the video. But I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to this next circulated box here. Start working on it. I'll bring you back in if we find anything. I'm literally on the first roll, box number 2 here. Set 3 additional coins there to check out. This is a 1998 Philadelphia. Most known variety on here is going to be the wide AM, which the A and the M aren't touching, as you see here. A lot of the times you'll have the A and the M that's going to be touching. I don't know if I've got, let's see if this 81 has it. It's still a little gapped in there, but yeah, I'll find one here in a second. But that's going to be the variety for the wide AM. That A and the M right there aren't touching. Closest to the building there for the FG. So yeah, that's a variety for sure. But it's going to be the 98, 99, and the 2000. The tougher one to find is the 1999, supposedly. Deacon Dave sent me a 2000. Actually, it's in the stack there, but he sent me a 2000 wide AM. I want to say I have a 2000 already and 2 98s. A little tougher. I've been through probably 100, 110 boxes of pennies, and I've only found, what, 4 total so far, 3 total so far. Anyhow, so that's a nice find. Well, that was a good 2-box hunt, actually. I like taking the more tedious time to look through everything. As per mentioned, I am looking at a lot more videos and seeing a lot new errors come out. So there's a lot more to look at, fine-tuning things, getting in a little more in-depth in here. But we're going to go ahead and start up here at the 2009s. I do stack all the 2009s up because I make sure I look through. The Philadelphia's up here on the top, and these are all the Denver. Now I checked them to see if there was any additional fingers on there. I didn't see anything. And like I said, the reason why I do that, because of this album here, that's all the 2009s that are stacked in there. Really nice ones. I do have a couple of rolls. This is going to be the Lincoln Cent Collection Memorial Verse, 99 to 2008. So I do play around with that one. I actually drew these in on there, so I'm going to load those up also. But like I said, I just make sure I want to have the best of best whenever I look through the coin rolls. Canadians, 64, 69, 70, 80, and the 2000 there. Nice to get some more Canadians out of there. I'm always a collector of them. Got a 61 and that 2020 there. Really nice yellowish coloring. I'm not for sure. If you know anything about it, let me know. But then too, second to the last roll on the second box there, I did get a 1938 Philadelphia out. And I went ahead and checked in the album. The 38 we couldn't upgrade. We did have two upgraders though in here, but I'll tell you here in a second. So we got a 44, 45, and a 46 Philadelphia. Move over here to the 48, 50, and 51 Denver with the 52S, and it did not upgrade the 52S that we had in the album. I did have a 53D upgrade. So the 53D was definitely an upgrader, and also a 48D was the upgrader also in the album. So we did have two upgrades, which is great because, like I said, we want to fill the album for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to take quite a few more hunts. So y'all make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and the like button also for this video. Y'all keep following. So here we did have, this one is just an oddity to me. It's pretty flat. I'm not sure what's going on with it. 1997, it's just flat. There's no raised fields more or less in there. I'm not for sure what kind of damage it would have taken. The edges aren't really round, but it's tattered on the back also, like it's flattened out. So kind of interesting. Just held it off to the side as a little oddity. Now you did see the 1972D with that Y stamped on the second pillar in there. So that's going to be a really nice die clash. I'm quite surprised to even see that on there because, as mentioned, I don't have a 72D. I do have a 74D that has a really nice clash on it. This here is going to be the 1967, and the 67 also on the reverse of it too. What says the fourth pillar in looks almost something right there. You can see it. I'm not sure if that's going to be a die clash, the edge of his neck, because usually you would see the head of Lincoln down here, and I'm not seeing that. Little raised fields on the top left of the building up there. But as per mentioned, I'm not for sure. I don't see anything on there. Nothing additional. There's nothing on the obverse really standing out. There's some abrasion marks there to where they like cleaned it up or gave it a little polishing. But yeah, nothing there to show that it might be a die clash. But I'm going to hold on to it anyways because it's a really nice 1967. Move over here to the 1970D. Now this 1970D. Where are we at? It might be, actually, no, it's on the obverse. This is the one I was thinking of. I had to take a second gander to it, but you got another die clash. You can see the building marks right there in front of his mouth, the pillars at the bottom of his chin. You can see the top up there by his nose up here also. See if we can get a little darker. Maybe that will give it a little stance. But it's there. You can see the pillars. It's a die clash. Come behind his neck here. It's a little bit right behind his neck there, right behind his head. Not seeing much up above. Probably a little bit peeking out right here above his head, but definitely right here. So we do have a nice little die clash. I want to say Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles said it was like a jailhouse die clash. So when you come back here to the reverse, I'm not seeing much on there. Usually you'll see something through the pillars right here and either one of these two pillars in between here. Same thing, if it is, you'll see his head pop out below the stairs there. I'm not seeing anything there either. But we do have a nice little die clash here. So that's a cool find too. So that's another die clash on top of there. And then 64D. Let's see, it's 67. So 64D. Let's come up here and take a gander. Now, 64D had this interesting, looks like an extra tie there or extra something going on. I'm not for sure what this is. Dirty Waters mentioned it was what was it? Machine doubling or something like that on there. It's a little interesting. I've never seen one before like that, but it's also got it peeking past his neck right here. in between his tie and his neck right there, just a little bit. But this one here is the one when you turn it over, it looks like it was a die break. And could that be? I mean, it's all the way through. It's all the way through the building. It's up to the top. Actually, you can see it peak just a smidge right here on the back side of the collar of the coin, but then it starts right here and goes all the way through. But it looks like train tracks. As I would say on the Morgan dollars, whenever I found a clash on the Morgan dollar and they called it out as a train track, but I'm not for sure. As I say, let me know if you know honestly what that is, but it is big crack all the way through there. So that's pretty interesting for sure. And then we had a 1998 wide rim. So yet again, on the wide rim, you put it up under there, or wide rim. I'm thinking of Susie B. Anthony. The wide AM. So you see the A and M aren't touching. Now I did pull out a 2000 and a 99 out of here to show you. So 2000 and 99s do have wide AMs, but these aren't. See, they're touching. And you pull up here the 99. See, they're touching. Well, pretty much touching. Yeah, pretty much touching. And then you come over here to the 98. You got that nice little gap in there. So we did get a 1998 wide AM on the hunt also. So I think all in all, pretty much we did really good on the varieties. We did good having 2 upgraders and then finding a lot of 2009 there, and especially a couple of keepers. But I hope y'all liked the video. This is going to be a long video. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. I will be going back down into Denver tomorrow, probably to get 2 more boxes of pennies to do another penny hunt tomorrow, because this is pretty nice. Hopefully y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.